So, well done to the Springboks. Very good game against the Barbarians. Trying to watch some of this DA announcements and repercussions, apparent repercussions they're now going to implement by drawing their new imaginary line in the dust. Let me just say, John Steenhuisen and Helen Zille and the DA have been in, and those that came before and with and around them have been in this fight for a very long time, and I have the utmost respect for them. And they have stood the test of time, and they are doing great things, and nobody governs better than the DA. Nobody. I drive around, walk around this entire country monthly and yearly. I love being out there. I love being between the people, chatting to them, seeing what's going on, see what they're doing, what they're putting up with, the solutions they're finding, how they're surviving. There is absolutely no comparison to any place, institution, political party, person, thing, place at all for the DA governance, municipalities. None. No one even comes close. They should govern every single street in this country. But I do think they have hit a plateau in leadership and ingenuity and plans and something new and something forward. And they don't know how to fight. I don't mean brawl and physical and violence. This footing and tiptoeing and making agreements with everybody is ridiculous. And of course there's reasons for that. The security clusters have fallen apart. The police are in shambles. The state coffers are empty. The money is gone. Whatever. They're putting up with it. And I mean absolutely no disrespect. I don't know about being there in the politics, but they're not getting it done. None of them. There are no leaders in the South African political sphere. None. There are a bunch of intellects who, by the way, are intellectual in one field, one lens, one area, one department, one task. But no one is getting this horrible show sorted out. No one. We need to find a leader, like Neil de Beer says, a statesman, but also a leader, not just someone who's well-mannered, can talk well. And with all love and respect, John Steenhuisen, your stuttering through speeches is really embarrassing. What's going on? Seriously. Stop reading and just talk, or stop looking at the camera and just read properly. This stuttering is ridiculous. For heaven's sake, you used to do it so well. We need to find a leader somewhere amongst us. and put them in charge of everything, but hold them accountable supremely and make sure they hold themselves accountable. Because no politician, and I only think besides maybe Neil de Beer, knows what is going on for real and knows what to do for real based in the truth, common sense, morality, not bending to the will of the deal, not bending to the will of the partner, of the GNU, of the Cyril. I'm so sick and tired of Cyril. He's a buffoon. He's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. He was handed everything from McDonald's, lettuce, leaf, shares, BE deals. What does he call it? The sweetheart deal. Do you know how dumb that man is? He's not a man. He's not. His people and his people's children are dying in front of us. Whites, blacks, yellows, pinks, and oranges alike. Dying. And he did not even know where those crosses were for murdered farmers in the country that he thinks he leads. He's a muppet. Cyril, you are an idiot and you're going to hell unless you find Jesus and convince him otherwise. Nobody else is going to save you. You are a loser. And this GNU, the DA should have burnt the house down and jumped ship because they have shown out again the hypocrisy. But they are still paddling a boat with a hole in it and trying to scoop water out of it, whilst they are having giggles with reporters in lofty offices full of books that look like law books. I don't see a Bible anywhere there. Look here. Having giggle parties with reporters who forget their own questions, trying to run this country. People, this is an absolute dog show. This is worse than apartheid. This is worse than the ANC communist, not democracy, communist horse show that we have to live in. It's sickening to watch these fools 30, 40, 50 years, the same crap. The Democratic Alliance should be running the country from a municipal and office and business and economic point of view, but they have zero leaders and backbone left. They do not confront anything head on. They do not change anything properly. They are seeking the sweetheart deal because they smell the blood on Cyril leaking there, wherever it is that he's stinking up the place, him and his comrades, his cadres. Nobody, anywhere where I go in this country, and I go to every single province, nobody respects any of you. They put up with you because they don't know what else to do, where to turn to find food, power, water, clothing, work, a future. And they sit together, making their little plans, giggling in a well-lit luxury office somewhere, just like the ANC, giggling about forgetting questions, not having answers, going to have Bosparot, Kontiki, and little meetings about their plans that have not and do not work. Nobody believes this crap, John, Helen, Cyril, Motsepe, all of you. You have all lost your compass. You are all rowing the boat that is sinking. You are all an embarrassment. I think I look worse than before. At least I've got a shirt on. It really looks to me that the only person, because I forget his name now, but that respectable old elderly gentleman from the Vryheidsfront who's now also done, but he also just parked there until he left. Only Neil, who is sick, fighting cancer, and still just telling the truth and calling it out for what it is. And he comes from MK ANC land. He came from that carnival. But he has kept his spine. He has kept his guts together. He has kept his mind sound. And whether he can lead or not is a medical problem, I guess, or a medical situation, said with all due love and respect towards him and his family. Let the DA play footsie with the ANC. But don't vote for either of those two. Vote for the URM so the URM can make fire under the DA's feet. The ANC are done. Jesus is moving. He's going to take them apart because of what they've done and what they've said about this country and about him. I assure you it's going to happen. I can see it. It's not... Find a leader. Even that Jacobs fellow. He's cruising. He's holding people's feet to the fire. Find a leader. Back him. Hold him safe. Hold him accountable. Look after him or her. Whatever. This is not working. It's a constant deal-making, deal-breaking, finger-pointing, make-up, break-up. It's like watching a sick 14-year-old relationship on TikTok in China. It's pathetic. The DA are wiggling their way into more structures that already exist, that the ANC hold and have abused, just to be in there and then increase the bureaucracy and the size of the cabinets and positions and offices and place. What? It does not, it's not working. Less ministers, less cabinet, less meetings, less funding, less vice this, less committee that, less meetings that. The government should only keep an eye on the country. Let the private sector do its thing and keep an eye on it. Keep the police well funded, well trained, and look after it and keep it accountable. Look after the hospitals, the schools, the citizens, the social services where they are required. Create employment. Open up the investment channels for foreign investment, local investment, loans. These things, not GNU. Man, stuff the GNU. Close the borders. Chuck these other things, throw them out, chase them into the hills, chase them into the sea, like Julius is going to chase us into the sea, him and his band of merry bandits. Come chase me into the sea. Take me where the water is. I'll show you what's going to happen in the water. You're not good in the water. It's not your thing. The ANC, the DA, and every other political party in this country are lacking one thing: a leader. Who knows how to set boundaries, dish out a hiding, lock down a situation, fix a thing, call a thing what it is, use whatever means necessary with the support of its people to protect its people at all cost. It says so in the law. Self-defense, you may use anything, any means, obviously with inappropriate force, but the principle is what I'm trying to highlight. Not make another deal with the devil. I am going to pursue this, and I'm going to try to be transparent as best I can. If it fails, I don't care. I will just continue with the other things that I'm busy with, which are very enriching for my life. People, pray for each other, pray for yourselves, pray for these clowns, that they can wake up and return to something sensible, logical, rational, realistic, functional, proven to have worked. Sitting in lofty offices, making deals between themselves, laughing about questions they've forgotten to write down properly. Even the one who asked the question forgot the question. What the hell is going on here? It's enough. It's stupid. If that was a play group We would wipe the snot off their nose, pull their pants up, tie the shoelaces again, and chase them into the sandbox so we can prepare sandwiches for them. Shame. People, we need to find something else. The DA should run the functioning of the areas we find ourselves in because they do it the best by far. They are really good at it. But they have zero leaders and they have become jelly spine. I don't want to repeat myself. I'm just going to work myself up and then I'll be up the whole night again, being frustrated by this, and I have things to do in the morning. I've joined the UIM. I'm running in the Eastern Cape. I'm in the Kruger region. Or just support the UIM. I'm supporting them because they are by far the most truthful, by far the most outspoken. They're based in finding answers. They're based in good religious practice. They are trying to fix and find answers. And at least then, if the UIM are strong, they can hold the DA's feet to the fire and maybe prop them up a little bit. Because making deals with the ANC is not going to work. It doesn't work. It's never worked. The DA should have burnt this ship down tonight and found another way, not an excuse or another negotiation. That is the problem. We are leaderless, rudderless, vectorless, compassless, adrift. We need to fix this soon, or soon a big portion of people are going to leave this country and it will go to the dogs. It will consume itself. It will eat itself. Those that remain will not be able to run it, will not be able to function it. It will be anarchy. It will be dictatorship. It will be a disaster quickly. So disappointing. All sitting there, nodding their heads. You need to tramp evil. Not talking about violence. Not talking about anarchy. You need to face it and tramp it. Otherwise, it will consume you, affect you, taint you, break you, and blind you. I promise you, because it happened to me and others that I have seen, worked with, and been exposed to. You will not have control over it eventually. And then it will infect those around you and the things around you. And you will not even know it. You will not even know it. I can see John Steenhuisen is ill in his spirit. Look how he's speaking. Look at his sudden weight gain. He's not well. He is tired or something. I have a lot of respect for John Steenhuisen. I've loved watching him over the years. He really went for it. What the hell is going on right now? Helen, try not to do an ad hominem personal comment here, but I'm not attacking. I'm witnessing so much wrong everywhere. On principle and moral and basic function, law of the jungle even dictates. You see a bad snake, you don't play with it. You step on it. And if you can't step on it, you take a shovel and cut its head off. Or you go fetch a shotgun and blow it out of the tree. Again, not calling for violence or firearms or anything like that. Those that can will fight until the end for this place, but will leave if we and they have to self-preserve and then return when all the rest has died in darkness and blindness and willful obliqueness and willful ignorance. Having tea parties with press conference people, reporters, while outside in the blistering cold of the winter are our people. You all disgust me. I am coming, and I'm bringing good people with me, and we are going to try, and I hope that many will try with us. But this needs to stop. This is pathetic. It's a good try. It is something, at least some movement. But it's not change.